River Road, you got me running way back home. River Road, you got me running all night long. You got me singing some canal boat song. River Road, you got me running all night long.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Niner Nuts. I'm back along with my co-hosts, James and Eric. Say hello.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, everyone?
Yes, fingers crossed I don't bail on you early like I did on yesterday's episode, but my internet as of the 26th has decided to not cooperate today. But anyway, the show must go on, and we are here with a very fun twist on our parlay episode that we usually do on Friday, but we decided to shake it up a little bit. James, you spearheaded this like you spearhead the parlays usually. Do you want to explain to the viewers and listeners what we're up to today?
So, guys, a couple weeks ago, and as I hinted in the last show, we are doing an interesting parlay. We're doing it based on team mascot. Throw out, the odds, throw out the point spread, throw out who you think is a better team than the other one, because that just hasn't worked for us. We're still 0 for, what is it, week 17?
Yeah.
So we're 0 for 16. So we decided, and since we don't know how to predict the NFL, we figured we'll let the NFL do it for us and let the teams do it for us by the name that they picked to be their mascot.
Yes. You have the list up, and yeah, this is the list that we talked about getting it set up off mic. This is exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah, and how we're gonna do this, we're gonna debate on it a little bit, and then we'll if it's not unanimous, we'll basically take a vote and majority wins out. So with that being said, our first game is Rams versus Giants. Now this is interesting because a giant, is pretty big, and it's Giants, so there'd be a couple of Giants. But Rams too, I mean, you get hit in the shin a lot. It hurts so much that it debilitates you. I mean, I don't know. This is a tough one, guys. I don't know. I'm having a feeling, regardless of records, that still maybe the Giants would win, just because they could literally just pick up their feet and stomp on the Rams and squish them out. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it would literally need to be a sea of Rams. It would need, if we're just talking about like your normal, like maybe a group of 20 of them. Like, no, I think this is a terrible mismatch. Like, especially if it's like an even army of Giants versus army of Rams. I think the Rams would only win if it was an army of Rams versus one Giant. Maybe kind of like the argument of like a teacher versus the classroom of toddlers, how that off-color joke goes. But yeah, I think that I don't know. This one seems a little lopsided to me personally. What do you think, Eric?
Well, I thought along the same lines as you, Dan. I originally, I guess I kind of thought about the fact and forgot that it was Giants plural. So like that does lend a whole squad of Giants coming against these Rams. Now, I've never seen a Ram in person, so I don't really know how big a Ram is. I mean, is it like as big? Like I've seen like a moose. Like a moose is really big. Is a Ram as big as a moose? Like I don't really know, because I mean, like if you had a whole bunch of Rams, and how big is the Giant? Is the Giant like fairy tale tall Giant, like 50-foot tall Giant, or is it just like a pretty big dude? Because like we would say like.
Is it Andre the Giant from Princess Bride?
Yeah, like Shaq's a giant, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like if it's like 20 Rams against like 2 Andre the Giants, I think the Rams could potentially win that. But if it's like a fee-fi-fo-fum Giant and there's multiple of the Giants, then it's definitely the Giants.
Yeah. But I'm thinking though, even if it was, let's just say it was one Giant, fairy tale Giant.
Okay.
Versus one Ram. I think just one Ram would have a chance in that, because it could run around. It could basically probably hit the Giant's shin. And we all know what a shin shot feels like. It hurts. It hurts to the point where you like fall to the ground.
So
imagine a bunch of those from the same ram.
So it hits the giant in the shin, and then the giant comes down to the ground, and then the ram crashes into his head and takes him out.
Yeah, like he butts him in the nose and then gets him all discombobulated and just, maybe, and then he can butt him in the nards and like, just like, yeah. So there is a world if it's one giant versus one ram that the ram could win.
I think I'm going to take, because it's giants plural, I think I'm going to have, and I don't know that Rams are smart enough to do all of the strategy that you just laid out, James. So, I mean, that's the other aspect there. I think I'm going to have to side with Giants in this situation.
That was a compelling argument. I'm going with the Giants too.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter than what I think. So on to the next matchup. So this is a more fair matchup. I think this is, I think, there's an argument to be for both teams, and honestly, both teams are still pretty good, and also their mascots kind of evenly matched. Cowboys versus Lions. Cowboy has a long-range weapon, maybe like a 30-06 or a 50 cal could take out Lions, but how many Cowboys versus how many Lions? Are we talking a pride of Lions? Because I think a pride of Lions could storm, and might be even clever enough to take out the Cowboys. I mean, honestly, Lions are pretty cunning. They're not like the Rams. They're not really that dumb. And so my bet would be, the Lions in this matchup. I mean, Cowboys, like I said, could get a long-range weapon and try to be cunning enough to hunt the Lions down. But at the same time, Lions, I think the Lions easily win, despite the record and despite what the teams are.
So here's my take on this. It's a night game. So the Lions are going to stalk the Cowboys in the dark. And I don't think that the Cowboys are going to have a fair chance against the Lions in the dark. I think the Lions, as a predatory animal, top of the food chain, are going to be able to take the Cowboys because they move silently, right? They'll get those pads on their feet, right? They don't make any noise. They're going to silently stock up because we're talking multiple Lions, like you said, James. A pride of Lions is going to come just flying in from the underbush and just take the Cowboys out. When I envision Cowboys, I'm picturing 6 shooters,
You're picturing Yul Brynner, the Marble Man.
Yeah.
That's what you're
Exactly. Yeah. I'm picturing Clint Eastwood back in the day, right? So, I mean, I
mean, that is fair because I was going to bring up, since you brought it up, it was the night game. I was going to bring up, night vision goggles. But really, Cowboys, if we're really talking Cowboys, I don't think they have night vision goggles even in this day and age. And
these are Gunsmoke and the Lone Ranger Cowboys.
Yeah, John Wayne.
Yeah.
So I think the Lions take out the Cowboys fairly easy. I think it's a bloody massacre, and I don't think that the Cowboys survive.
What about you, Dan?
Really, you threw a wrinkle into it with it being a night game because that is a real thing, getting stalked at night, and out in the real world, having the Shroud of Night is a massive advantage for the animals. Like a pride of Lions, even in daytime, with how primitive the weapons would have been, the Lone Ranger's rifle or a 6-shooter, that still would be a pride of Lions. That would still be a tall task. So
yeah, it would be
sealing it with for real. This is a night game, like the 8:30 primetime game. Carrying that into this idea. No, this is basically sealed for me. I agree. This is going to be a Lions game.
Yeah, I think we all agree on this one. Given the fact that we've put the limitations that a Cowboy is Clint Eastwood in, Unforgiven.
This is not Raylan Givens and Justified. No, this is
yeah. So Lions on that one. I think we all agree Lions would be the Cowboys. Especially with Eric throwing that wrinkle that it's a night game. Then it's easily because Cowboys don't have night vision goggles. So
yeah.
So yeah,
Lions it is.
So next we have another interesting one. We have the Saints versus the Bucks. Now, Buccaneers are Pirates. So, I don't know exactly how many Catholic saints that they are, but I know there are at least, a couple hundred. And if we include lesser saints, and also if we include the saints, the number one saint, the Archangel Michael, who is literally sent to defeat the devil. God does not even take part in beating the devil. He sends Michael the Archangel to take care of his business to beat the devil. I think an army of saints with Michael leading them, doesn't matter how many Buccaneers it is. They're just going to win.
Are we talking like mythological saints, or are we talking like saints that are on the planet now? Because if it's
no. First of all, they're not mythological, Eric. I'll debate you to the death on that one. They're not mythological.
We have a time frame. Just remember.
Yeah. We won't get into that debate.
But I mean, there's the saints that are like around now, like the Catholic saints and all that stuff.
They're all old. They're dead. They're still dead.
They're all old.
Well, no, he's making a fair point. People. Isn't there a way to get blessed as a saint? Isn't there a way to get blessed as a saint right now?
No, you have to die.
You have to die to be a saint?
You have to die to be a saint, but remember, they're immortal now. Once they die, they're in heaven, just as an army of saints. So they're spiritual in nature. So, I mean, in a world where all the saints are alive and just in their normal martyred bodies versus the Buccaneers, then yeah, you have a case. But you're not a saint unless you die and become immortal.
Well,
okay. I thought you could be blessed as an actual living saint now, like Mother Teresa, or I thought she was blessed as like an actual as a living saint. I thought that was a thing.
Yeah, I think the criteria is you have to be martyred or you have to be dead.
Well, then a bunch of saints in this textbook definition, off mic, I agreed and laughed really hard at this too. Then this is 100% the saints facing a deity.
Yeah, well, it's not a deity. You got to remember, they're not deities. They're not all powerful, all deities. But one of the saints is the Archangel Michael. And Michael is literally sent to do the bidding of God to defeat the devil. He can defeat the devil. Buccaneers aren't quite the morally responsible people that we know that we think they might be. So
if this guy can beat if this guy could beat Satan, what is a pirate to him?
Exactly. That's my point.
So apparently you can be a saint without being dead. But it requires that you perform a miracle.
See, yeah, I swear, the criteria for what a miracle is, obviously that's I could have swore that you could have become a saint. But I think there's 2 living ones if you see
in most cases you do have to be dead, it appears.
Yes, in most cases you have to be martyred.
But there's only 11 American saints.
But it doesn't say American saints.
Well, that's true. All right.
Well, they're set to go then. That's 11 man on the field.
And then what is the Archangel? If we're the Archangel Michael, he doesn't have a formal country. He's still a saint.
Yeah. You have to be dead for 5 years, apparently. Well, I'm learning all sorts of things that I didn't know.
It's the same criteria to get into the Hall of Fame.
Tom Brady, saint or Hall of Fame quarterback? Unbelievable.
Oh, my God. Okay, so do we agree that the Saints are going to win this?
Yes, I think the Saints are going to win.
I mean, I don't know how you can battle back Immortals. I mean, I tried to come up with a justification for it, but I just don't think that you can stop Immortals in any way, shape, or form. So I think the Saints are going to win. I mean, like, there's a lot of pirates, but I don't think you can stop an immortal army.
Yeah, an immortal
No.
army of Saints. I mean, they're just.
But wait, okay, but wait. The question will be though. So, is the immortal Saint army though? Are they just going to be a bunch of like pacifists and like just want to like talk it all out and like bless it all out and hug it all out?
Listen, I'm telling you, bro. Michael does not sit and talk things out.
Okay,
if he's being attacked. He will defend himself, and basically, like I said, the guy can take on the devil.
Wasn't John Travolta Michael in a movie once?
Was it Michael? Yeah, he was Michael.
Okay, I don't remember him being very scary in that movie.
But he was an angel in the movie, if I remember right.
Yeah, he was an angel in the movie.
I'm pretty sure he was Michael in a movie.
Yeah, he might have been. He was an archangel.
And then there was Dogma. I remember all these movies.
I mean, maybe. Are you sure it wasn't Gabriel? Because Gabriel is an archangel as well, too.
I'll look it up as well. But I think I think I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah, let's. Okay, so we agree that it's going to be the same.
We agree that.
I wanted to try it. We need to move on, but I wanted to try and sneak in a first versus second ballot Hall of Fame Saint joke in there, but it just didn't. Right.
Yeah,
Michael was indeed a John Travolta movie, by the way.
Okay, it was a John Travolta movie, so he played Michael. But even still, that John Travolta would be sent to take on the devil, and he could. I mean, he can beat the devil. That's
all right.
It. That's literally what Michael does in the Bible. He beats the devil.
Well, I don't think a pirate's going to top that. So we got the Saints. All right.
All right. We got the Saints. So next, guys, we have the Jaguars versus the Panthers. Cats versus cats. I don't know much about the difference between these two. So I'm going to need your help, guys, to figure it out. I mean,
whose home turf are we on? That's going to be a key because they are different climate. They are different climate cats.
So Panthers, do we have who's who? Eric, are you looking it up?
I am looking it up. Well, Panthers and Jaguars are about the same size.
Yeah, but is it home? Is it at home for the Jaguars or is it at home for the Panthers?
Oh, I'll tell you here in just a second. Hang on. Week 17. It is home for the Jaguars.
Home for the Jaguars. Okay.
So tropical climate.
Tropical climate. But where do Panthers exist? I don't even know where Panthers exist. They exist in tropical climates, or what's their natural habitat?
Well, Panthers live in Asia, Africa, and America. Swamplands, forests, and grasslands. So it sounds like about the same.
Oh,
swampland.
Don't Jaguars live in the desert?
No, Jaguars are. Oh, hold on, I'm muting myself.
Oh, jaguars are found in dense rainforests of Central and South America. So it's kind of sounds like they live in very similar places.
True. So, I mean,
this is a very interesting matchup, James.
I know this is a little bit difficult one. This is a little bit tough. I think, if we go home field, the Jaguar is in its natural elements. And in its home territory, like this is the hunting grounds of the Jaguars, then it might be a close fight, but I think the Jaguars are just going to win basically on home field advantage, knowing their terrain better in their area, because in their area could be, their home area could be different than the Panther, who is fighting them from their home area in an unfamiliar environment that, even though they take part in, you're talking about different snakes, you're talking about all sorts of different things. I think I don't know. I say Jaguars in this one.
I think if the Panther doesn't have any solid black shading to hide in to try and do a sneak attack, then yeah, the environment's leaning into like real home field advantage is going to be the biggest factor into this, and the Jaguar has that, and yeah, just the Panthers just going to be caught off guard because he can't use the environment to his advantage.
I like that angle, Dan. I like that angle. I think you might be onto something there. I think even though the Jaguar is going to have a bum shoulder in the fight, that I think that the Jaguar might have a better home field advantage against a very inexperienced rookie Panther.
Yo, for real though, do you remember the Discovery show that would make animal fights like this? I kind of want to look up if they had, because I know they had a lion fight a tiger. I would love to see if they did a jag and a panther, so we could just cheat and see what they said.
Let's see.
No, Eric's looking it up.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the name of the show was. It was on like when Mythbusters was like in the 2000s. Like Discovery Animal Fight Show. That should pull it up. But I don't know if they did have one. That's the most educated guess I could guess with this, since otherwise this is just two big cats fighting. Like
yeah. Well, the internet does not come with any sort of conclusive results.
So, given what,
although a couple of these say, "Oh, that's a leopard, not a jaguar."
Common mistake.
Well, here this one says this was just animalcomparisons.com. So I mean, there's a site for everything apparently.
Well,
jaguars, cats, jaguars. Oh, can jaguars? Jaguars can swim very well. They're not scared of water.
That plays well in Florida.
Yeah. Whoa, holy smokes. A panther can run super fast. A panther can run 71 miles an hour, it says on this website.
How fast can a jaguar run?
It doesn't say.
Oh, okay.
It says panthers can climb trees.
They can.
Panthers. Oh, okay. One thing you should know. Just says whichever animal is bigger will win. So this site was not as fun as animalscomparison.com. Shout out to your website might be. Wasn't very helpful in Jaguar versus Panther.
No.
So
we're going with Jaguars, I think, on this one then, right?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, we'll go Jaguars. Yeah.
All right, now we have another interesting one. Bills versus Patriots. Now, when I think of a Patriot, I think of Mel Gibson in The Patriot. I don't necessarily think of a Texan with a freaking AR-15.
No. It's a guy with a musket.
I think of a guy with a musket.
And the hat.
Even if you look at their logo, that is obviously somebody who fought in the Revolutionary War. So they have muskets, which are single shot, no rifling. So you can't really aim it. You're just shooting and praying that the bullet hits. And even if it's like 20 Patriots versus 20 Bills, I think, the Bills are going to beat the Patriots.
See,
I think we would. Oh, go ahead, Dan.
I was going to say, it sounded like we were about to be on the same page. We would hunt buffalo for meat and pelts. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure, like, in this specific scenario, I think because that's just historically a buffalo has been nourishment and protection for us. I don't know. The buffalo seems like it's a pretty easy thing to tame. I don't know. I could see taming the buffaloes. That's just how I feel about it. I feel more strongly about this one. I don't know. It just seems like we've always just been the dominant over the buffalo specifically. They never seemed like that kind of territorial, aggressive, like think of the Flintstones. They wore buffalo hats in that Waterloo Club or whatever. Like, I think we established our human dominance over the buffalo. Eric, where are you staying for our tiebreaker?
Well, I have to say that I was originally along with James in the sense that I feel that a herd of buffalo could swarm or whatever a herd of buffalo would do, but they could just like overwhelm a bunch of patriots. But now, Dan, you've kind of turned me in the sense that I think that you're right. I think buffalo are just stupid. And I think
he does
that,
make a good point, and
yeah,
he's right. I think I have to retract.
Are buffaloes that aggressive?
Yeah, I think just over time, we've proven that we dominate the buffalo, even with primitive weapons and even with other things. I think we've proven time and time again that we dominate the buffalo. So I think as appealing as the idea of just a herd of buffalo, like trampling a bunch of patriots sounds, I just don't think that they've got it all together up here to make that happen. And
even though the Patriots are literally led by, the freaking evil Empire, guy from Star Wars, Emperor Palpatine, and literally, not Luke Skywalker, but basically, a Chewbacca, at quarterback. Like,
yeah, well, remember, it's just mascots. It's not about what they actually have talent on the field.
True.
So
That's why
Dan does make a good point, and yes, I have to agree. Hearing that argument, I will change my vote to Patriots.
So it is unfortunate
we have
for
a domestic
$15 that we're going to flush it down the toilet by picking the Patriots.
Hey, you never know. Who's the home team? Who's the home team?
I think the Bills.
Oh yeah.
Now the one good thing we do have is Bill Belichick constantly plays the Bills very, very good. So I mean, there's always a possibility. I think they beat the Bills earlier this season, actually.
Weird things happen in division games. Weird things happen.
So yeah, we're going Patriots. We're going Patriots on this one.
Maybe we can take the points instead.
No, we're going Patriots. Patriots.
But I'm saying we'll take the Patriots plus 14 or whatever it is.
Mascot money line.
Moneyline's going to be better.
What'd you say?
This episode
Moneyline's going to be better.
I'll look.
This episode. I edit all these. I'm calling this episode Mascot Moneyline. I've already decided it.
So yeah, it has to be Moneyline. We have to go Moneyline.
All right. Jesus.
Hey, we flush $15 a week down trying to do it ourselves. Come on.
Can I write that $5 off as a business expense?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We're a nonprofit, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so we're going Patriots, right? Everybody.
Yeah,
agrees.
Patriots it is.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
All right. If this freaking hits, I'll never pick the same way again.
No.
I swear to God. So
I'll literally eat this hat.
That'll be a great segment for the show. Just watching Dan eat his hat.
I mean, okay, I have a Malik Cunningham 1-to-1 that somebody would really like as a Christmas present. So if we win this ticket with the money that I'll do it, it won't matter. Giving a Malik Cunningham 1-to-1 to my friend who I know really likes him. So yeah, I will do that. I will. Omar, if you're watching, he's been on the show. If we win this parlay, I will give you my Malik Cunningham. That will be my tribute for this.
That actually means a lot to me, so I'll eat this hat instead.
Okay. Okay. Anything you're willing to do, Eric, if this hits?
I mean, I'll figure out something between now and then. I'm not overly concerned about it, but yeah,
all right. Okay, so we have about 5 minutes left, and we got 2 more matchups. So next we have Ravens versus Dolphins, an air animal versus a water animal. Guys, I don't know which one to pick. I think if the Ravens were flying overhead low enough to try and attack the Dolphin, Dan and I know dolphins can just literally jump out of a water and swallow a raven.
Dude, they don't even have to swallow the bird. They could just backflip and whack the crap out of it with its tail. I have personally been run over by one and bitten by one. I'm taking the dolphin every time. Eric, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I've been bitten by one.
That's a whole other segment.
I know, right? Yeah.
Funny animal stories with the Niner Nuts crew.
Well, Dan would be the leader in that category because he spent the most time with dolphins. Like
that one's 100% off Mike.
Well, I guess a raven isn't a big animal, is it? It's like just like kind of like a crow, right?
Yeah, it's a crow, and I don't think it's very smart. You know how smart dolphins are? You can literally teach a dolphin to type on a computer.
Can a dolphin really? Do dolphins really like? Are they aggressive like that? Will they eat things? I mean, they tried to eat Dan.
They eat fish.
Yes,
they eat fish.
Yes, they.
It's not plankton. They eat fish.
I guess I thought dolphins were friendlier than that. Could they eat a whole raven? Just like jump out of the water and just eat a raven?
If they wanted to, they could.
Oh, dude, yeah. They're like 10 to the average is like 10 feet long, and they weigh on average like 700 pounds. It's like a violent tire, like that with teeth. they will mess up whatever they want to mess up.
Well, I mean, I guess I pictured that the dolphin had this inherent advantage because it was just in the water and it could kind of like do its thing, whereas like the bird was eventually going to get tired, right? And like have to like either like, I don't know, float in the water and then, you know, the dolphin could get it then or something. But I mean, you guys are making it sound like the dolphin's just going to whip its ass regardless. So.
It will. It literally will. It will whip its butt.
All right. So I'm all in on the dolphin.
Dolphins off mic over ravens. All right.
Off mic on another day, I'll tell you all about.
I'm so excited about how you got eaten by a dolphin.
Yes.
All right. What's our last one, James?
So this one we had falcons versus bears.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Definitely a tough one if we're just going by team, basis, But since we're picking mascots, falcons can fly. Bears can't really. So falcons would be more elusive than a bear. But a falcon would have to get close to the bear to even do any type of damage. And if it's a horde, if it's like a bunch of bears versus a bunch of falcons, I think, bears can literally catch salmon in their mouths. Why couldn't they catch a falcon in their mouth or catch it, with their hands or whatever? I think the bears actually win in this scenario.
I couldn't agree more. You would need so many falcons to take down a bear. The only way a falcon could win is if it was literally like a newborn cub. And even a newborn cub might be too heavy for a falcon to take and drop from a height to make it dinner. I don't want to be so morbid, but a full grown bear. No, a falcon it'll lose from exhaustion if it even wants to try and fight. No, dude, we just said a dolphin's made of pure muscle. A full grown like adult bear. No,
I think
that's terrifying.
I think the only person who could probably kill a bear without a rifle and with their bare hands is Jalen Hurts, because he could literally pick the bear up and body slam it.
Chuck Norris could.
Yeah, I guess Chuck Norris could, but if we're talking NFL, the one person in the NFL who could probably defeat a bear with his bare hands is Jalen Hurts.
I think the Falcon would have an interesting strategy. It would just like come in and like, it would like hit it and run. You know what I mean? So it like maybe like a death by like 1,000 like paper cuts. Like the Falcon would just keep like like buzzing in and hitting it and clawing it and grabbing at it and stuff like that. Maybe if it got the bear in the eyes, do you think it would damage it in that sort of way? Because now if the bear can't see, but I don't know.
That would just blind.
That would just blind it. Like that. They can literally do stuff like that.
Falcons are super smart.
I could see it blinding it, but like the only way it could win after blinding it would be like if it was able to lure it like off a cliff. Like how thick a bear's pelt is, kind of like the buffalo.
I don't know. That is an interesting point because he could peck the eyes out.
The bear just follows it and walks off of a rocky
The
cliff.
falcon could go get a fish and literally walk him off the cliff. Oh, that's a good point, Dan.
I do like your
I'm not
point that you made things where the bear could just grab the falcon, though. I mean, I think that's a possibility.
I'm not. I'm still.
What if he was blinded by two pecks? I mean, just quick peck one eye, quick peck the other eye.
Yeah.
Go get a fish and say, hey, you know.
That's a good point, though. How thick is a bear's like fur and stuff? I mean, can a falcon even damage a bear other than in the eyes?
Bears survive getting shot.
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
A amount of bullets to beat a bear.
Oh, Jesus. See, maybe the falcon can't even damage the bear. Maybe it would just like scratch it in the bear and be like, paper cut.
But Dan,
a lot of basic hunting rifles don't hurt a bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, see, so now that changes everything for me. I don't think the falcon, unless the falcon is specifically strategic and eyeball lures it off a cliff, I don't think the falcon can win. So I'm going to go bear.
You would have to have the smartest falcon in the world to be able to do that.
Yeah.
They can be trained. But for the purposes of this argument, no, it's going to be a bear.
Bear.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, it's hard after Dan's argument that scenario, but I'll lean bears too.
All right. Well, I haven't put in our bet officially, but I can already tell you that it is plus 65,412. And then our $15 bet will pay out at $9,826.
Oh, let's do it. What the hell, man?
I will sell you the money while I'm editing.
Okay.
And I think I gave you for this week, right, Eric?
Yes, you did, sir.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, you did. I still need to do 5, but
I'm gonna log in and place the bet while Dan is doing the outro.
Yes, because I gotta head out of here. But before that, I gotta give a massive shout out to our sponsor that's been with us since this season, not the beginning. But who is that? It's RoyalRetros.com. RoyalRetros.com is your go-to place to get an authentic throwback jersey. They cover all of the major sports, but because we're a football podcast, all you Niners fans need to check out the Candlestick collection. They have a lot of really great 49ers themed merch there. They also got Giants. I believe there's Warrior stuff in there too, but Candlestick, check out the 49ers stuff. And when you find something that you like, use the promo code Shady Sports, and that'll get you 10% off of your entire order. Again, it's promo code Shady Sports. That'll get you 10% off of your order at RoyalRetros.com. Go there and get yourself an authentic jersey today. It helps out the channel. It helps out our Shady Sports Network. Go find yourself a nice jersey today. James, let people know about our charity.
So, guys, a couple months in the news ago, we heard about the Houston Texans minority owner being charged with very serious sexual crimes in Kentucky. And we also heard about Jed York, the COO of the 49ers, getting a civil lawsuit filed against him for insider trading with a company that was helping students cheat during the pandemic. With that being said, any player we would know the day the arrest warrant was served. With the cases with these owners, we did not know. Years in the case of Jed York and months. I think it was 6 months or 3 or 4 months in the case of the Houston Texans minority owner. And the NFL has publicly come out and said that owner standards are supposed to be higher than player standards. But obviously in these cases, it definitely is not. And so owner standards are actually less than player standards. # owner accountability. Make that go viral. You can go to our pinned tweet on Twitter, retweet that. And since we put our money where our mouth is, guys, we are selling T-shirts to help raise money for a Kentucky Crisis Center. Our first T-shirt is our statement. If you want to get behind us on this statement, you can buy this T-shirt here, $22.99, different colors, different styles, different sizes. Make that statement today. Next, we have our owner standoff shirt. Basically, this is the owners in a standoff with Dan Snyder. Basically, Dan Snyder is the one who has told the NFL all the dirty stuff the owners have. And so now things are just trickling out as we hear. So we made a little owner standoff shirt, $22.99, get you that. Different styles, different sizes. Next, we have our podcast logo art, $22.99, get you that. You'll find this logo on Spotify. You'll find it on our YouTube channel. Anywhere you listen to us or watch us, you'll find this logo, $22.99, get you that in a shirt, different styles, different sizes as well. Next, we have our Niner Nuts alternate logo. This logo is
if you can hear me, I'm frozen.
It's frozen.
I can't change the graphic for some reason, so I think I'm about to crash.
Okay, guys, go to bonfire.com to get this apparel today. Niner Nuts apparel, bonfire.com. Go to the show note, go to the show description. Eric, do you have anything final to say?
Wish us the best of luck on our parlay.
I know if we win this, I'm telling you, I'm sending. Oh, there it goes. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it for this week. That's our parlay. Hashtag owner accountability. Outro music. River Road. Justin Muth.
Beat the commies. We play them on Sunday. We'll catch you next week.
River Road, you got me running way back home. River Road, you got me running all night long. You got me singing some canal boat song. River Road, you got me running all night long. River Road, where have all the women gone? Have they kissed her hand and waved you bye-bye? Have they thought about crossing your double yellow lines? River Road, they love the